Assalamu alaikum, my dear student. How are you? Hope you are well. This is Muhammad Ashraful Islam, lecturer, Department of Physics, Milestone College. Today I am here taking an online class. I hope this class will help you the better study at your home. Today I am going to discuss Physics first paper, chapter 4, and name of the topic is Newtonian mechanics. And my today's discussion is centripetal force, centrifugal force, and angle of banking. And I will try to solve some mathematical examples and creative question related to our today's topic. Okay, my dear student, let's start our today's class. I would like explain first centripetal force. Centripetal force means if a body moves in the circular way, then a force which is acting in the center of the circular path, and that type of force is called centripetal force. Suppose this is a circular path, and if a body move in the circular path, then due to this circular motion, we know the velocity of the body will remain same, but the direction of the body will change in every single moment. So if the body changes its direction in the every single moment, so the body is supposed to fly off in the space, but definitely there is a force which is acting in the center, and that force keep that body in the circular way, keep the body in motion in the circular way. Let's have an example. Suppose in the one end of a string you fasten a piece of stone, and the other end of the string you fasten with your finger. Now if you use to rotate this piece of stone in the circular way, then you will feel a tension force in your finger, and that tension force is called the centripetal force, and this tension force keep the body in motion in the circular path. Now let me explain another example of the centripetal force. You know the earth always moves around the sun, and there is attraction force between the earth and the sun, and that attraction force it's called gravitational force. And this, due to this attraction force, the earth cannot fly off from its axis, and that gravitational force is known as the centripetal force, because this force is responsible to keep earth to rotate in its own orbit. Let us derive the formula of the centripetal force. Suppose a body moves with a velocity v, and radius of the circular path is r. So we know the formula to calculate centripetal acceleration is a equals to v square divided by r, and we know the formula to calculate the force which is acting on the center. Suppose this force is represented by Fc. So we can write the formula of F equals to me, and this force is responsible to keep the earth or the body is in motion in the circular way. So we can say this is the centripetal force. Now if we put the formula of A, which is v square by r, so we can write m v square divided by r. So the formula of the centripetal force will be F equals to m v square divided by r, and here m is the mass of the body, and v is the velocity of the body, and r is the radius of the circular path. And we can write the formula of the centripetal force in another way. Suppose if we apply here the formula of v, which is the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity, v equals to omega r, then we will get another formula of the centripetal force, which will be F equals to m omega square into r. Here omega is the angular velocity, and we know that there is another formula of angular velocity, which is omega equals to 2 pi by 2. So we will get here the another formula of centripetal force Fc, which will be m 2 pi divided by t whole square into r. So these are the formula to calculate the centripetal force. Here we have three formula to calculate the centripetal force. You can apply this formula for your, and you can apply these three formula to calculate the centripetal force, but it depends on your given information. Now let's have a look the centrifugal force. The centrifugal force is just opposite force of the centripetal force. If a body moves in the circular way, then the force which acts just outside of the center, that type of force it's called centrifugal force. And for this force, the body will move away from this center, and this force always be tangent then the surface, tangent to the any point of this circular path. And this centripetal force is actually the imaginary force. That centrifugal force always act in the outside of the center, and that centrifugal force is equal to the centripetal force, but it acts in the opposite direction of the centripetal force. We can write the formula of the centrifugal force like this: Fg equals to minus mv square divided by r. Because if we consider this is the reaction force, so this reaction force is equal to the action force. Here centripetal force is the action force and reaction force is Fg, which is tangent of the any surface of the circular path, and whose value will be mg equals to minus mv square divided by r. So suppose by fastening a piece of stone with a thread is rotating in a circular way. If you cut off this thread, then you can see this stone will fly off in the space, and due to the lack of the centripetal force and due to the action of the centrifugal force, this piece of the stone will fly off the space. Now I will explain very important topic of my today's discussion, banking of the road. When a person move over the turn, in that time the person will lean a little bit. This is at the angle in which he lean towards the center of the turn, that angle is called angle of banking. And in order to move the four-wheel vehicle through the turn, the road is made in such a way that outside of the road is higher than the inside of the road. That means there will be some difference between these 2 points. And suppose we consider this height is x, and this road is inclined by making an angle of theta. This inclined angle of the road is known as the angle of the banking of the road. Now I will discuss the formula to calculate the angle of banking of the road. Suppose this is the reaction force, this is the reaction force, and this is the turn of the road. You can see this is our turn of a road, and if you consider it is a circle. So if a body moves on the circular way, so here a centripetal force is produced, and that centripetal force will act towards the center, and at the same time a centrifugal force will act in the opposite direction. And here if you consider the reaction force, which is r, and that reaction force has two components. One is the horizontal component r cos theta, and which is equal to the weight. So this r cos theta is equals to the weight, and r sin theta, this is the vertical component, and this vertical component acts in the same direction of the centripetal force. So we can write r sin theta equals to centripetal force Fc, and we know the formula of the centripetal force, which is mv square by r. So replace of centripetal force we can write mv square divided by r. Let's consider this is the equation number 1, and here you can see the weight of the body, which is equal to the horizontal component of the reaction force. So we can write again r cos theta, which is equals to weight mg. Now if we divide the equation 1 by equation 2, then we can write equation 1 divided by equation number 2. Then we can write r sin theta divided by r cos theta equals to m v square divided by r divided by mg. So here from the both r is cancelled, also cancelled. So we have here sin theta divided by cos theta, and here v square divided by r divided by z. So here we will get tan theta, and here v square divided by rg. So this is the formula to calculate the angle of banking. Here theta is the angle of banking, and v is the velocity of the body, r is the radius of the turn, and g is the acceleration due to gravity. And banking of the angle is proportional to the velocity and inversely proportional to the radius and acceleration due to gravity. Now I will derive another formula of the banking of the road. In the diagram you can see this is the width of the road, and we consider width of the road is here d and height of the road is here h. Height of the road means the difference between inside and outside of the road. So height of the road is here h, and this theta is the angle of the banking. And if we consider this is a b c is the right angle triangle, and in that triangle if we apply the formula of the sin theta, we know the formula of the sin theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Here perpendicular is BC and hypotenuse is AB. Now if we apply the value of BC is here h and value of AB is here d. So our formula of angle of bangle will be sin theta equals to h divided by d. And here h is the height of this road and d is the width of the road. Let's start solve some mathematical examples. Math number 1. If a piece of stone of mass 0.25 kg fastened at the end of a thread of length 0.75 meter completes 90 revolutions per minute, and the question is find the tension of the thread. Tension of the thread means we have to calculate the centripetal force. If you fastened a stone with a thread, and if you continue to move this stone, then it will move in a circular way. Suppose the length of the thread was given 0.75 meter. So this will be the radius actually. This length of the thread will be the radius. So we can say radius of the thread will be 0.75 meter, and mass of the stone was given mass of the stone is given 0.25 kg, and the number of complete vibration represented by n, and whose value is given here 90. Number of complete vibration is given here 90, and it takes 1 minute. For 90 revolution it takes 1 minute, and we know 1 minute equals to 60 seconds, and we have to calculate the tension force. So we can write tension force F equals to what? Now let's see the formula. We know the formula to calculate the tension force is F equals to mv square divided by r. So this is the formula to calculate the tension force, but here v is the linear velocity whose value is not given. So we have to take the angular velocity, and we know the formula to calculate the angular velocity is m omega square r. That means if we put the value of v, which is v equals to omega r, then we will get this formula, and we already learned that formula. F equals to m omega square r. Here m is the mass, omega is the angular velocity, r is the radius. Radius of the thread is given and mass also given, but angular velocity is not given. So we can calculate the angular velocity by the formula is 2 pi divided by t. This is the formula to calculate the angular velocity, because we know omega equals to 2 pi by t, but capital T is the time period and whose value is not given. So if we calculate, if we put here the another formula of capital T, that is time period, which is t divided by n, then we will get here the another formula. The formula will be, the new formula of the tension force will be m into 2 pi n divided by small t square into r. So this is the formula to calculate the tension force, and here all the informations are given. Now let's put the value. Mass is given 0.25, 2 into pi, and we know the value of pi is 3.1416. N is here 90, and time is 60 seconds. Square root into r is here 0.75. Now if we calculate this expression, then we will get the result F equals to 16.66, and its unit will be Newton. So this is the answer of this question. I hope all of you have understand. Now let's solve the second mathematical example. The question is, at what velocity a motorcyclist will turn in the circular path of radius 100 meter so that he remains inclined at the angle of 30 degree. That means you have to calculate the velocity if the motorcyclist try to turn circular path with an angle of 30 degree. So let's see the given information first. Here radius of the circular path is given 100 meter, and we know acceleration due to gravity is g, whose value is constant, and value is 9.8, and its unit is meter per second square. And we know the angle of Bengal is represented by theta, and whose value is given here. Value of theta is 30 degree, and we have to calculate the velocity of the motorcyclist. So we can write v equals to what, and we know the formula to calculate the banking of angle of banking is tan theta equals to v square divided by r into g. Now if you want to calculate the v, then we have to cross multiply tan theta with rg, then our result will be v square equals to rg into tan theta. Now if you want to calculate the v only, so we can write square root of rg tan theta. Now let's put the value. R is the radius of the circular path, and the radius of the circular path is given here 100. G is acceleration due to gravity, and whose value is 9.8 meter per second squared, and theta is 30 degree. Tan theta, angle theta is given here 30 degree. So after calculation we will get the result. V equals to 23.79, and its unit is meter per second square. So this is the answer of this question number 2. Now I would like to solve a creative question related to our today's topic. Let's start the creative question. In that time you can see the radius of the bend of a road is given 50 meter, and the difference of the height of the both sides of the road is given here 0.5 meter, and width of the road is given 5 meter. These are the information that given in the stem, and according to that information you have to answer the question C, find the banking of the road. So if you want to calculate the banking of the road, so we need here two information, one is height, another is width. I draw here this stem. Here the width of the road is given 0.5 meter, and height of the both side, height between the both side of the road is given 0.5 meter. So we can write width is given here 5 meter, height is given here 0.5 meter, and we have to calculate the angle of banking. And you know the formula to calculate the angle of banking is sine theta equals to h divided by d. Fine. We can write theta equals to sine inverse h divided by d. Here h is given 0.5 and d width is given 5. So after calculation this expression we will get the answer theta, that means the angle of banking is 5.74 degree. So this is the answer of this question number C. Now let's solve this question number D. The question is whether the car can move safely or not on the bend of the road with a velocity of 108 km per hour or not. That means in the question they give you a condition, and that means the car moves with that particular velocity. So it is possible to the man or to the car to drive safely the car in the bend. So we have to calculate the maximum velocity of the road that mentioned in the stem. Regarding this, I already write the given information here. Radius of the curve or of the bend is given 50 and acceleration due to gravity, you know acceleration due to gravity is a constant and whose value is 9.8 meter per second square. Angle of the banking, and we already calculate this value of the angle of banking in our question C, whose value was 5.74 degree, and the velocity of the car that mentioned in the question, which is 108 kilometer per hour. So this value is given in kilometer per hour unit. Now if you want to convert this kilometer per hour unit into the meter per second unit, this is the SI unit. So you have to divide by 3600 and you have to multiply this expression with 1000. Then after calculation we will get the result 30 meter per second, and we have to calculate the maximum velocity of the road. And we can calculate the maximum velocity of the road by using the formula of banking of the road, and we know the formula to calculate the banking of the road is tan theta equals to v square divided by rg. So by using this formula you can calculate the velocity, maximum velocity. We can write maximum velocity v equals to square root of rg into tan theta. Now let's put the value rg and theta. We can write v equals to g is 9.8 and theta is given here 5.74. We calculate this value in our question C. Now if we calculate this expression, we will get the maximum velocity of the road v equals to 7.02 meter per second. Now let's compare these two velocity. So the car moves with a velocity of 30 meter per second, but the maximum velocity should be 7.02. So the car moves with the excess velocity compared to the maximum velocity of the road. So we can say the car cannot turn the bend safely. So that we can say the car cannot move the turn safely. So this is the conclusion of the question number D. I hope all of you have understood. Thank you for your patient hearing. If you have any problem regarding to our today's class, then you may ask your subject teacher. Stay safe, stay home.